Alright, welcome back to the Shreveport Connection. I am Tommy. I'm going to be giving your TNA pay-per-view results. I saw the first hour. I came back. I had to run an errand. And I had a problem with my internet also with my PlayStation Network, so I had to go get me a part that I can get back online. And for those that don't know, my same PlayStation tag or username is Tom Kerr J on there. Okay, on with the results from TNA. Jeff Hardy showed up drunk. He was actually unable to wrestle, but they had two ideas, either stripping him of the title using an injury angle, or just go ahead and do the angle that they did for the pay-per-view. But it was basically the ref bump with Anderson. Everybody off while he's knocked out, brings out his son to referee the match. That's your main event, but I'll save it for later with a drum roll. Okay, video package runs with Jeff Hardy talking about the old Jeff Hardy. He talks about wasting his time, killing himself in the ring for so long for his so-called fans. Then he focuses on tonight's main event on Jeff Hardy defending the TNA Championship against Matt Morgan. After the package airs, we go live to the Impact Zone, and it appears that they are having some technical issues. Come back live, and the pyro inside the Impact Zone goes off. Mike Tenay welcomes us to the show promoting tonight's main event, Jeff Hardy defending TNA Championship against Matt Morgan, with Mr. Anderson and special guest referee. Taz mentions that they are a little tardy starting the show, but they are on the air at last. So it would probably be like 15 minutes. So I ended up catching most of it. Okay, first match is Inc. versus Beer Money. Beer Money wins. To me, it was a pretty decent match. Beer Money started off with a momentum. Then Inc. took over. Good moves by Jesse Neal and also Shannon Moore. And they counter with their double team maneuver when Beer Money with the classic super kick on Neal. Beer Money hits the DWI. Rude hits the leg and gets the pinfall on Jesse for the win. Number one contenders for the TNA tag team championships are Beer Money. Tenay and Taz preview the card tonight. Other than that match, Christy Hemme is backstage with TNA knockout Madison Rain. She asks Rain if she's worried about Mickie James. Rain says no, because she will never get to her or the knockout title. She says James needs to worry about getting to Tara first tonight. Video package running the highlights between the two. Falls Count Anywhere match. Match ends up in the bathroom. Madison interferes with a fire extinguisher. There was a part in there where it looked like a video defect, or they kind of like redid the action because it was in the men's bathroom. There was a guy sitting on a crapper in there. When they first walked through, the door was open, nobody there. They come back through, the guy's sitting there taking a crap. They come back, the guy's leaving. Still looks like he's got his pants down, but his t-shirt's covering his butt to keep it PG. But it is a pay-per-view. They can show asses and what have you. But who cares about a man's ass anyways? Alright, on with the next match. Of course, Tara gets the win by pinfall. Yada yada yada, thanks to Madison Rain spraying Mickie with the fire extinguisher right in the face. After the match, Madison Rain celebrates with Tara backstage. Christy Hemme is with the X Division champion Robbie E. Robbie talks about his match with Jay Lethal tonight. Cookie says she refuses to be in a shark's cage, but out comes Shark Boy and up she goes. But that was after the match had already started, so Jay Lethal didn't care. He didn't complain. They just went on with it. Shark Boy returns to pay-per-view and TNA action. Okay, stipulation is Cookie submitted above the ring in a shark cage. Again, I'm going to go to Jay Lethal. I was in and out of this match. I was trying to get a bite to eat. Lethal with right hand, the chops of Robbie E. Lethal explosive forearm and knife edge chop. Lethal with a flipping elbow into a lethal combo for a close 2 count. Both appear to collide in the middle of the ring. Cookie tosses what looks like a chain at Robbie from the shark cage up top. Referee Earl Hebner sees this and takes it away. Cookie then throws down a can of hairspray. Jay Lethal picks it up and sprays it in the face of Robbie. Referee Earl Hebner sees this and calls for the bell. So your winner and still X Division champion Robbie E. After the match, Cookie is lowered down and exits the shark cage. She grabs the TNA X Division championship and shows it off. Robbie E. tries to recover after being sprayed in the face with a hairspray. Jay Lethal argues with the referee a bit about the finish and then heads to the back. Shark Boy's music hits and he comes into the ring. Cookie slaps him twice. Shark Boy with a stunner on Cookie. Backstage, Christy Hemme is with Tommy Dreamer. He talks about Rob Van Dam versus Rhino tonight in a First Blood match and how tonight will truly be the end of the Extreme Era. Dreamer said if it wasn't for the scumbag Eric Bischoff that none of this would be happening. Video package running the highlights of the events between RVD and Rhino. And the match is up next. It's a First Blood match. The match ended with I guess it's a Van Terminator. It's the same move that Shane McMahon does. Puts a trash can on the guy. RVD goes up to the top rope. Coast to coast kick. As the trash can was here on the chest. At that point, Rhino was not even bleeding. He made a move like that real quick, and all of a sudden he's pouring down with blood. So get a little bit better than that, Rhino. Next time you blade yourself, because it was clearly that you bladed yourself. Okay, on with it. Winner of the match was RVD. After the match, the blood continues to pour down the face of Rhino as RVD celebrates his win. They go backstage. Christy Hemme is with Kazarian. She asks about AJ Styles facing former Fortune member Douglas Williams tonight. Kazarian puts over Styles as the only TNA Grand Slam champion who has carried TNA through the good times and the bad, and it's still setting the standard. He said that while Doug Williams is a great wrestler, he is a bigger trader than LeBron James, and the Styles will send Williams back to the UK. Guess what? Douglas Williams defeated AJ Styles and is the new TNA TV champion. Let's see. We'll go straight to the finish. Styles attempts a slingshot over the top rope, but Styles lands on his feet. Williams pushes him into the guard railing. Williams rolls through and connects with his rolling chaos. They misspelled it. On the floor. Williams rolls back in the ring. Styles barely gets back in of the 10 count. Williams gives his own Styles Clash 1, 2, 3. After the match, we see a replay of the finish. Back live, Doug Williams is celebrating with the TNA TV Championship. Backstage, Christy Hemme is with Generation Me. Jeremy Buck said their TNA careers come full circle. Max Buck says tonight will mark the end of a blood fest, a blood feud. TNA Tag Champions, Full Metal Mayhem. Motor City Machine Guns versus Generation Me. Go straight to the finish. Max puts Sabin over a table and spits in his face. Shelly catches Jeremy with a big super kick. Shelly with a slice spread off the ring apron on Jeremy through a table on the outside. Max has a chair in hand as well as Sabin. Both climb to the top of the table over the 3 ladders. They swing with their chairs. Both connect Max and gets the chair knocked out of his hand. Sabin kicks Max, cracks the chair over his back. Max falls back to the mat below, crashing through a table. Sabin stands up and puts the belt down. Winners and still tag team champions, Motor City Machine Guns. After the match, They get a replay of highlights of the match leading to the finish. Video package running highlights of Abyss versus Pope last month, a turning point with Eric Bischoff paying off the Pope's brother. Casket match, Abyss versus Pope is up next. I'm going to go straight to the finish. This was actually a boring match. Pope with a bulldog coming off the second rope. Pope pushes and kicks Abyss towards the casket. Pope rolls Abyss in. As Pope goes to close it, Abyss gets his arm up and chokes Pope. Abyss rolls back in the ring. Pope hits the ropes and Abyss connects with a black hole slam. Abyss kicks and rolls Pope inside the casket. As Abyss closes it, Pope gets his hands up to block it from closing. Pope rolls back in the ring and lights up Abyss with right hands. Pope drops the knee pads down, connects with the DDE to the back of Abyss in the corner. Pope starts pushing Abyss under the bottom rope into the casket. Pope rolls out to close the casket, but Abyss punches a hole in the side of the casket and low blows Pope. More like he grabs his nuts. Pope screams out in pain because as his nuts are getting grabbed, we see a shot of Abyss's bloody hand after punching out the hole in the casket. Pope tries to clothesline Abyss back into the casket, but Abyss holds on. Abyss pulls Pope over the top to the ring apron. Abyss with a choke slam to Pope right in the casket. Abyss slams the casket shut. Winner is Abyss. Backstage, baby referee Hebner is giving instructions to Samoa Joe and Jeff Jarrett when there's a submission match. Gunnar and Murphy run up and attack Joe. They start playing a video focusing on Jeff Hardy for some reason. We go back live to the Impact Zone. Again, this match ends with the interference setup. Okay, Hunter, in other words, the TNA security, attacked Samoa Joe. Winner Jeff Jarrett. Okay, backstage, Chrissy is with Mr. Anderson. Asks him if he will call things right down the middle tonight. Anderson asks why he would do that after what Jeff Hardy did to him. Matt Morgan walks up and he wants the match made a no DQ tonight since everyone knows that Immortal and Fortune will interfere. Anderson said he will call things right down the middle tonight, adding, well, like an asshole would. Video package running the highlights as they head to the ring. The match is a no DQ rule. Special guest referee Mr. Anderson. Jeremy Boras does the ring intros for both of them. Goes straight to the finish. Winner and still TNA champion Jeff Hardy. Okay, I'm gonna start. Morgan hooks a leg, but Anderson's on the outside. Okay, I'm gonna cut back a little bit. Hardy pie faces Anderson. Hardy then slaps Anderson. Anderson with a right hand and more. Anderson tosses Hardy back in the ring. Morgan with a roll up, and Hardy barely kicks out after two. Hardy with a kick to the bad leg of Morgan, and then hits a twist of hate. Hardy hooks a leg. Anderson takes his time. Anderson with a slow count was like 1, 2. You get my point. And I'm gonna have to go right to it, and he gets Anderson gets thrown out of the ring. Eric Bischoff comes down with his son, and basically gets the let's see. Matt Morgan tries to do his elevator. Jeff on a chair, counter by Jeff with a twist of hate in a match. And that was the end of your pay-per-view. They do highlights, and that's basically it. Till next time. That's it.